What nonsense is this? Rubbish people. How can I receive such an amount of money?
How much did you get?
£200.
Let me see what you got. Oops. See what I got. I just received £200 from my brother.
Oh, you got a lot more than I do.
Oh yes, with MoneyFix, you can receive money from any part of the world to Cameroon directly into your mobile money account at the cheapest rate.
Wow. Are you looking for the best exchange rate for all your money transfer? Try MoneyFix. Log on to moneyfix.com. MoneyFix. Fast, easy, and cheap service to Cameroon. MoneyFix.
September is around the corner, and there is no better time to embark on your journey for studies in the UK than now. Are you looking for an opportunity to study in the UK? Do you want to graduate as a critical thinker and to gain the skills employers are looking for? Do you want to study a course in the shortage occupation list of the UK? Would you like to gain work experience by taking advantage of a 2 years post-study work visa? Would you like to study a science, technology, engineering, and mathematics degree to enable easy access to a permanent residence after graduation? FK Global Education Ventures got you covered. FK Global Educational Ventures will primarily evaluate, assess, and advise you on the necessary requirements of admission, assist you in choosing from over 300 courses, assist you gain admission into any university of your choice, helps you with your visa applications, assist you with accommodation, airport pickups, and settling in the UK. For more information, do contact us on the details you see on your screens. Thank you and God bless.
One of the things that make me feel very beautiful and very confident as a brown-skinned woman is choosing the right skincare products. So here, guys, I feel of the products that I use that make me feel very beautiful, very confident. And if you have any skin issue, be it acne, hyperpigmentation, or oily skin, dry skin, whatever problem it is you're facing with your skin, trust me, Escape is here for you. Escape is actually formulated to suit all skin types, all melanated skin types. So when you use this, you see how confident I'm feeling. This is going to be you after using Escape products. Trust me.
Hello. Once more, I greet you all. Today we are live on Delhi's matchup relationship hot topics, and we'll be talking today, most importantly, trending topics. We decided that we should come up today and have a look at all what has been happening in our society, which all over social media now. I know everyone knows, like at the back of their mind, that I'm going to talk today about. The first thing that will come up my mind today will be Kayamata. Yes, Kayamata has been the topic of the day, and we can't go by this week without talking about it. At least let's talk about it, and I'll be following today from the comment section, because actually, the Kayamata itself, like the Kayamata, like the initial thing, whatsoever it may be, I've seen some posts somewhere. The few things I've seen about it online, it says it's a charm. Some people say, it's some kind of medicine, or whatever it is. I'll be reading from the comment section most especially. So I want to listen. I want to read from you guys. You guys will tell me what it's all about. That notwithstanding, today we will have. I will be the host for today. One of us won't be available for very, very pertinent reasons, which I may tell you guys if the spirit leads me. And I give you guys the free will to choose to guess who will not be able to make it up with us today. But first, I'll try to get to our technical bench, so they bring in whoever is coming first to join us. Is it Delhi? Is it Denzel? Is it B? Whoever is available, technical bench. Can you start bringing them up, please? Aha. Hello, B.
Hi, Bissell.
How
It's
far?
echoing.
Sorry?
Are you getting some echo?
No, 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 no. All is good. All is good.
Okay, from my side, I can get myself echoing.
I don't tell you, say me, you know, the buy earphone for how they call the market again.
I wear earphone.
I know me. The way
Okay.
to what
Hi,
is the cause
guys.
the echo?
Hi, guys. Nice to have you people again. Friday, hot topic. This one, thanks for having me first.
Yes. And I didn't even show off before I forget. I wanted to show off that how come Delhi go get cup, B get cup, and I don't have it. So today I'm using the opportunity now to show off that I also have my own copy of the mug at the moment right beside me.
Great, good.
Yeah, sorry, B, you can continue.
Oh, it's okay. I mean, just looking forward to today.
Okay, thank you. So, B, before we continue, let's see. We get to the technical bench to see who is coming next. And first, let me try to relate with our audience. I can't see you guys pumping hearts. Mofos, Sonia, hello to you. It's success through Virginique. That name. Be Evodia, Valerie Tamba, Ematem Josephine, Joel Fu, Bungong Valerie. I greet you all. I greet you all. First, pompous hearts, pompous hearts. We have just one more person who will be joining us who will be joining us tonight. Hey, the echo beast is too much. Is it from me? B, I think the echo is from you. Don't you think so?
Then maybe I leave.
I need to drive you. Just try for see what you should do. The one complain. Echo, you want leave. Okay, yeah, that's my dear sister Ngomenuela. Well, okay, let's see. We have just one more panel member who will be joining us. I want you guys to guess, is it gonna be Delhi herself or is it Denzel? Just one. Who is guessing? Okay, well, technical bench, who is joining us next? Can you join us, please? Hello, Delhi. How you tie Fisono? Isn't it a good Friday? Or you don't go buy on Kayamata or finish?
Big Song, I'm so tired. I'm so tired. How are you? How is everything?
No, no, all good, all good. How are you? Yeah, you
I'm
really
great.
look tired. You had a hectic day, I see.
I'm knackered.
Where,
Okay,
Ashia?
so before we continue, I think that echo is coming, and the echo always comes when you don't clear your chat. Remember, I told you if you go out and you get a call from WhatsApp, make sure you clear your entire browser before you come again. So you are the cause, but it's affecting all of us.
So I am the cause, huh?
Yeah, you have to leave
Okay.
and then clear your browser before come back,
So I should do that now.
please. Yeah, don't
Okay.
worry. Hey guys, how are we? Yeah, so apologies for all of that, okay? We know we've had some you guys are using data. We are not ignorant of that. We know you're using data. We do apologize for keeping you stranded and not being very orderly with what we're doing. Yeah, so I guess the echo has gone, right? If you notice, the echo has gone now. And it's okay. So we always have that. There is a connection issue, so it's fine, but it's fine. They're gonna come back and everything will be just fine. I'm not in the best of moods today, okay? But I will try and hold on until the end of the show. So guys, can you kindly share the video from hearts? Okay, tag your friends to come and let's talk about this. Okay. So last time I did talk about it extensively, I would say, by myself. But it's always good to be with my team, man. These are my buddies, these are my friends, these are my family. So yeah, they're here. I know, I'm tired. I'm knackered like that. So share the video, guys. Pump us hearts, okay? Why Bison comes back on here because he's the one to pilot this plane today. But hey, we need more of your inputs because we want to really hear from you people. Because it's been me talking and talking and talking. And now they're coming to add their voices to it. But most importantly, we want to hear from you people, okay? So yeah, I'm gonna try to smile every now and then, but hey, don't expect too much from me today. So yeah, I'm not seeing too many of the hearts now. Now Pom hearts now, I might bring Bisong back on stage. Hey Bisong, you ready?
Okay, okay. Thank you, but thank you, Deli. I'm back. So, can we still get the echo? Or I
It's
guess everything
perfect
is fine.
now.
Okay, good, good, good. I'm sorry about that. I didn't know. I don't know since I say you don't advance with technology. I didn't know that if you have your browser, another browser open, then you get this echo.
But I told you that
Thank you
always.
anyway.
I've always told you that.
I don't forget no. Forget. I don't. Well, well, well. So, what about Emma? Can we try bringing her?
Yes, certainly.
Uh-huh. Hello, Emma.
Hi, Bison.
Yeah. So far today we have a full basket, but I don't want to unleash everything from the basket like just like that for everyone. The only highlight I've given is like the first thing we'll be talking about today is about the most trending thing on social media now. Like it's the most. I don't think there's something is trending much more than Kayamata. Emma, I'm sending this directly to you. You remember we once had a conversation about Kayamata. You tried giving us some explanation. It wasn't really clear to me. It's like you've been to the shop or the market or you've been into the Kayamata business. I'm not concluding. I'm just asking because the way you tried explaining to me that day, and I feel like you are someone in the business. Either you're transacting, you're doing the wholesale, Kayamata buy wholesale, buy and sell that kind of thing.
Retail.
Are you any of that sort? Okay, can you please tell us what is this Kayamata? Is it
I'm the main supplier in Cameroon. I'm outside.
okay? So tell us
Okay.
about this your product. Tell us.
This song, last time, I remember I mentioned Kayamata when we were on a show. I think that's
Mhm.
where you're taking it from. We're on a show.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah. We're on the
And
show.
then I was trying to say that people like women are doing a lot just to keep men. And then I remembered this Kayamata issue. that somebody told me about Kayamata and told me where to get research. Like it's something that is so rampant in northern Nigeria. So the point I was trying to make on that day is that surprisingly to me, I would have thought like, hey, I'm one of the very few Cameroonians who have heard about Kayamata because I was trying to do a little research about it to know what it's all about. And then I was trying to mention that surprisingly to me, I started hearing Cameroonians talking about Kayamata. I started seeing on Facebook, and then, there's this page for arts, right? People started sending adverts, advertising Kayamata, even though when I see those adverts coming like that, I just use my left hand to delete. So, but I was shocked when I was seeing these adverts coming up, like, hey, so Cameroonians are beginning to talk about Kayamata. And then that day when we had that show, somebody was talking to me on phone, and then the person was like, Kayamata. I'm like, hey, what's that commodity Kayamata? Why are they all sides? So that's why I actually mentioned Kayamata on the show on that day. That's gradually, and if I remember well, you people were kind of like, what's Kayamata? And then even from the comments, a lot of people didn't know what was Kayamata. So, but you can see with that day and now, look at the short time. That the thing is just all over the place. I don't think it's up to a month. It's not up to a month we had that show, actually. So that's basically how I brought up the topic.
So you were bringing up this topic. What are you telling us now? Because somewhere along the line, anyway, let me ask Deli. Deli, what's your point of view? You have a very huge platform where, in fact, your platform na airport. Now for they all the news, now for they all plane we carrying news. Now for they can't land. So you can't be ignorant about this thing. Let me hear from you first before I say anything or I ask any other question. You should tell us. Now you control airport now.
Hey, hi, Emma, welcome. I like your top, man. I like that thing. I will post that for me.
Thank you.
It's lovely.
Thank you.
You want to centralize yourself again and increase your lamp. People want to see your beautiful face.
That lamp cannot increase. Unfortunately, today people will see me like this.
Hi, everyone. Hi. Greetings to you all. Una pump we hearts now. Una share video now. Una send we hearts. Send comments. We want to see your comments because that's what will matter today a lot. Okay.
Yeah.
Mr. Bison, I'm not sure because I seem to have emptied my tank when it comes to these topics. So I would have really preferred Denzel to be in this position. And let me just sit and observe you people. So please, if you two would rather speak more and I speak less today, I would really appreciate. On this Kayamata topic.
There's the way the first suspect that the Kayamata, no? That the Kayamata, Denzel has been Kayamata. Hey, Denzel fan. Let me tell you what that. Your relationship counselor has been Kayamatized. So he's under quarantine. We have quarantined him since he's been. I adjust the grammar. He's been Kayamatized for 3 days now, so we decided to quarantine him since it's under Kayamatization. So that's it. So Denzel follow us. Your relationship counselor is under quarantine.
Don't mind Bison. Bison life will stress Denzel over. So Denzel is not with us today for some very important issues. Okay. So yeah, I was saying that I don't know much of the origin of Kayamata. What I know is it is a charm. And I remember, like Emma said, when we were here, we talked about it. She mentioned it passively. And like I told you last time, in all honesty, that was my first ever time to really hear somebody articulate or to say something meaningful about it. I think I heard about it news in the air like that. And because I was not concerned about whatever, the name is first of all very funny to me. So I just let it sleep. Until recently when the thing came up. And I had my brother called me and he was talking about Kayamata to me like I should use this platform to counsel girls against. But my mind went to this vagina sweetener thingy that they're talking about on social media, and I've seen so many people selling it, vagina tightener, vagina sweetener, and all of that. So when he mentioned that, my mind just went to it like that's what he's struggling to say. So I said, okay, I'm going to talk about it. But again, it escaped my mind until I think 2 or 3 days ago when the thing just came out, bam, like that, and everybody is talking about it. And I said to use this platform, of course, we are big to a considerable extent, I would say. So if there's a platform where people can be schooled regarding these things that are affecting our relationship, then this matchups is here. That's why we're talking about it. And just so that people understand, if you hear Kayamata for a month, don't be surprised. If you're not comfortable with the topic, it's okay to jump and pass. When we're talking about other things, you come. It's okay. But just so that, because this is the time, like when they say mango season, you dey waka even for street, you mash mango, we don't spoil. You dey waka even for side, they dash you mango. Mango, they smell the whole place because it is a season. So don't feel like they're talking about it when it's a season for something. What it is, for starters, so it means a lot. And the more we talk about it, no, we're not promoting it. The more we sensitize, that's the word, that's the right word. We're sensitizing the public about what is happening. So even if it's a good thing, you should be sensitized. Even if it's a bad thing, sensitization, that's the most important thing. So when you put up those things, it's just for you to expose. When light comes into darkness, darkness cannot comprehend it. That's what my Bible tells me. And so when you see, even if we put the list, it is to spread light onto that place. It's for you people for it to be illuminated, and for people to be sensitized, and for people to receive sense regarding this particular aspect. So do not be alarmed, okay? Everything is under control, but be rest assured that we're going to be talking about this until when we think, okay, there's a lot of persons who have really grasped this. They've grasped it, and it's helping them out. So yes, Bisong, that's it for me.
Okay. Thank you, Deli. But meanwhile, I should let me go to the comment section. I'll read from Karin Nojang. I've been reading. I've been seeing a couple says is this thing been selling in the market a long time ago. 419 people used them to help convince their clients. Actually, I've also heard about that Kayamata has been existing and you just mentioned, Delhi, that it's been existing like many years ago, but now it's the season. We are at Kayamata season. Let's just talk about it at the moment. And then she from Ann to Yangtze. She says Kayamata originated from the northern tribes of Nigeria and literally means women's things. Kayamata is used to refer to herbs or potions that act as sex or love enhancers and aphrodisiacs. Northerners are mostly okay. So at least we've seen a couple of people saying that it comes from Nigeria, and I strongly believe it's coming from there. And it's a woman's thing, even though one of I think your last post before now you posted on Facebook, one girl was saying even do use Kayamata as well. But then now let's look at how it has come into our society. I want us to get into it and see who are those using Kayamata is Africa too big for us to go by that? Or let's say Cameroon, in a Cameroonian society, who are those involved in usage of Kayamata?
B. I think we'll go with B, right?
Yeah.
Okay, this one.
Are you the supply now?
Thanks for coming back to me. I mean, I might answer your question, but maybe not the way you want. But I want to I want to go another direction when it comes to this topic of Kayamata and this. And the reason is that, unfortunately, I'm not in the position to say who are those using Kayamata. Because I am as surprised as you are that Kayamata has now come into the Cameroonian society and it's now making waves. I am surprised, but from what people are saying, it's been there. We just did not know about it. But believe me, in our own community, I still believe this thing is still coming into the community. But this is something I want to say about Kayamata and other cultural stuffs. Kayamata is one of those topics that I will not comfortably want to sit somewhere and talk about it. Why? Because I have no idea about it. Kayamata, in my opinion, it's someone's culture that we just want to copy. And this is this thing of the person will be copiatus them. We just like for copy things and we will not know. Now, when I mentioned Kayamata last time, I remember I said, what led me to Kayamata was because I was trying to talk about this topic of women always, like, they always want to tell women, you need to keep your home, you need to sexually satisfy your husband. They want to do things to keep women. And then I was having this discussion with somebody, and she told me, hey, Emma, have you heard about something called Kayamata? Because she had written about Kayamata, she had done research on Kayamata. So she told me to go to check on Northern Nigeria pages, because that's where Kayamata is actually used. That is their culture. So I actually have written a little something small about it, and that's why I don't want to talk so much, because I am still on it, really trying to find out. But from the little I found out about Kayamata, this is a culture of Northern Nigerians, mostly Hausa people, the people we call Hausa, and used mostly by women. Like, it has to do with sexual enticing your husband. I mean, like, satisfying. It's meant to satisfy your husband. The same way, because the way they consider it, right? The same way they'll tell a daughter, you need to be clean, you need to be this to keep your husband, you need to be this to keep your husband. Kayamata is considered under those things. Before, it used to be something like a little secret, a circle for women that they just go, they talk about Kayamata, they get the stuffs. But now it's very open that they advertise it. People know about it. They sell it in their markets. The men even know about it. They buy it openly. Now, there is a culture in Tanzania. Let me use Tanzania, for example. There is a culture in Tanzania. When a woman gets married, they have a secret society meant only for married women. They teach you sexual issues in that society. They have a special dance even, and that dance is not supposed to be exposed. Unfortunately, even with social media, they're exposing those things. And sometimes we come across those dances. But according to them, in the past, it's a taboo even to expose it to unmarried people and even to men, because they want to teach you how to keep your home, which is something like almost the Kayamata that you go and see somewhere you're married as an Hausa, they tell you some of those things to do it. Now, this is their culture, and they do it. And guess what? This Tanzanian society, right? If you go there to do a research, first, you must be married for them to let you into that place to do that research. Secondly, they must know you want to do that research. Thirdly, they must give you that permission. And most importantly, you will not even expose everything about it. They tell you the kind of things to expose. They have special symbols. And if you even ask them about these symbols, they are not even allowed to tell you. I've experienced it. I've asked questions. And they don't tell you. They say, unfortunately, we cannot tell you about these symbols. Those are important things. Those are people's cultures. Now, can you imagine that Cameroonians will just hear now about this thing in Tanzania and then they bring it into Cameroon? They have no idea about it and they want to spread it. Of which, in my opinion, this is the same thing with Kayamata. We just hear about something. We have no idea about it. We copy as we be copiatus then. So, we just copy we. Now you just talk. Shoo, bamenda cap when my papa be don't the way na add the pop the born me. That is my papa the way bamenda cap. Now you some go make sure say easy bamenda cap inside the Kayamata. Kayamata is something that we don't know. It's not our culture. And so, in my opinion, if we want to copy something, you should be able to face it. Do you even know what you're copying? Can you face it now? At the end of the day, they toss me their face, me put their face in there with their full chest. Can you face it with your full chest? You just hear about Kayamata. I'm hearing about Kayamata bracelets. I'm hearing about chains. I'm hearing about perfumes. I'm hearing about anklets. I'm hearing about waist beads. And guess what? At least the little I know about Kayamata, these things are not even involved. They are not involved. If you let's go to the Ghanaian community, for example. Immediately they give birth to a baby girl. She has a waist beat. She grows up with it. It has nothing to do with a charm. It's their culture, and they know she has to grow with it as a woman. Though nobody's allowed to see it. But those are people's cultures. And then so what I'm even trying to say is, I'm just careful trying to sit and talk about these things. Because you might end up trying to analyze somebody's culture that you have little or no idea about it, simply because you people have decided to copy it the wrong way. We really have no idea about it. And the things we do in our own cultures, trust me, people do not know about it. You see me so, as Bamenda Peking, even come, that is my next village. I have no idea about their cultures. They do things that if you see it, you might say those are weird things. But that is their culture. And they have grown up with it. I remember, when I'm one of those people, when I sit somewhere and I hear somebody analyzing someone's culture, when you have no idea about it, there are some things that I put in place. First of all, you become annoying to me. I see a level of ignorance. I put a lot of things, then, how you do prognose inside my way you know. We have no idea about it. If you look at it in details, you see the Kayamata thing. Let's try to find out. I'm sure Northern Cameroonians are using it because those are also Hausa people. And they surely know the use of it. And they have been using it. Now you don't enter that for our side, so we don't kind of for a hell like banana where they go do for inside salon. We don't just talk about Kayamata, let's Kayamata, right? Yet we know nothing about it. We cannot define it. We cannot even say anything about it. If I am to advise it, somewhere you know, no copy my thing. Don't copy somebody's thing that you have no idea about it. You don't even know the kind of incantations they do before they use those things. You don't even know why they use it. When you want to use something, be sure you're informed about those things. Be very sure. So that stay away from this trap where we'll find ourselves falling into analyzing things that we have no idea about it. We don't even know. We don't even know why people are doing it. So I don't know if you want me to keep talking about it, but you see this Kayamata, I'm just trying to say it's something it's still in the pipeline for me to know much about Kayamata. I would really not want to sit and condemn it. I really not want to, because so far what I know about Kayamata is that it's somebody's culture. And so far as I am not informed about that culture, I just want to be so careful talking about it.
Thank you, Emma. Emma, thank you. Well explained, well articulated. But now I want to mention and very say, you be Kayamata dealer, you're doing import and export of Kayamata. You say you want chop me for here. See how you don't explain the thing. All man don't confirm. Jeff followers. When I don't confirm be. Say you don't really explain it. So even to enter work. So far, Chai, Delhi. You accept with what Emma is saying. Like it's a culture from northern Nigeria, and excuse me, we have copied. And then, but again, someone mentioned, I can't remember the name. She said, now so for Cameroon, all charm na Kayamata, which means they do exist other charms, but now since it's Kayamata that's trending, it means if they see you with anything in the look of a charm, they just call it Kayamata, because so far nobody knows how it looks like. I don't know if it looks like a cup or it looks like a pen or it looks like a book. We don't know the shape. Even if you put Kayamata from my face, we don't know say it's one in a bit. Now from the info from Delhi, I tell you, say na my airport and after they take out say in a beats, they say so one a beats, so one that the born they do, even if you put Kayamata on my face, I no go know. Well, it seems like Delhi, it seems like we men are the target. Anyway, let me just say we, because I'm not from your audio, they said no be any kind of man way, no be any kind of man way Kayamata. Me, I don't declare myself since say me, I be any kind of man. So Kayamata no see me. Anyway, for my brothers who are not any kind of man, when are the way the target for Kayamata.
I liked it.
let's try to look, Edeli, I beg, I not say you are tired, but just try to explain to us what are some of these criteria, what are the qualities that these girls are looking at before going that far of using a charm to get these men. What are some of these things? What are some of the things that they are after?
Hi guys, keep sharing the video. Please share, and pump hearts, okay? Yeah, so yeah, it's a lot of things that Emma has said, which of course makes a lot of sense to me. There are other things which I don't entirely agree with her. I would say, yeah, talking about people's culture doesn't mean that you can't talk about people's culture because it's not yours. We talk about Nigerians every day and the things they do, not because Nigerians are Cameroonians or vice versa, but because it is an important thing that has come up and people should talk about it. And if it's beautiful, then why don't we sensitize the people about it? And if there is a harm in it, why don't we also sensitize the people? So talking about it gets to a lot of things to be exposed. And that's why I'm very much interested in it. And I'm going to talk about the Kayamata. Now, I made a post on the platform that as long as it is anything to do with charms right now, we'll just bundle it under Kayamata. And I made that statement and people were laughing and some people were not okay with it and all of that. And this is it. It is thanks to Kayamata that a lot of these charms are being exposed now, whether or not we agree. It is thanks to Kayamata, the ignorant version of it, if we want to put it like that, that all the voodoo, all the soothsaying and all of these things have been exposed. Yes, they've been practiced for such a long time. And if we want to limit it and say, let's not talk about Kayamata because some people's culture, remember voodoo is also some people's culture. It's a lot of things that other tribes are doing, as long as it is not in tune or it's not in line with maybe normal morals, because it is cultural doesn't mean it is godly. I need us to understand that. So even if something is widely practiced, it doesn't mean it's right. And now, if we want to leave it at that, who are those practicing it? Like the question you asked me, a lot of people have come in. She mentioned North Nigeria, North Cameroon, those are Muslims. And if it's their culture, then it should end there. Why has it now come and Christians are practicing it? And as Christians, do we accept that or do we condemn it? The fact that it is not our culture doesn't mean that it is something that we have to say, give a pass to it. Because people have ignorantly copying it, because the more we try to give it a pass mark, the more these Christians ignorantly want to try it. Because somehow they've said it's a beautiful thing, it's a beautiful thing. I will speak from the perspective of a Christian. One thing Bible tells me is charm is deceitful. And whatever you try, however you try to paint Kayamata is a charm. It falls under charm. So there are different kinds of charms. So even in my tribe, there will be a charm. There will be something that the people from Gi are using in my tradition, and all of that doesn't necessarily mean that me coming from Gi have to go through that route, as long as whatever is happening. So what I'm trying to say is that we have a cross section of people here, predominantly Christians, who are on here and who are being deceived by the mere fact of Kayamata is not a bad thing. And this is where I come in to say that I'm not talking to Muslims. How many Muslims are on this platform? Just a handful. How many Christians are practicing it in Cameroon? A lot of them. So this is my major concern. Like, we talk about things not necessarily because, we overget knowledge about the things. Sometimes we talk, because when we come and sit here and talk about relationship hot topics, it doesn't mean that we overknow. It just means that we have a considerable amount of information that if we put our heads together, you, me, B, Denzel, and the rest of the platform, we will learn. That's why we always say, those of you in the comment section, put in your own ideas. What do you think about it, so that we learn? And I always tell you people every day, I learn from you people regardless. So maybe this is a topic that we're not completely grounded per se. It doesn't mean we're not going to talk about it. It only means that you bring what you have, I bring what I have, we all bring what we have, and we see what's happening, because whether or not we accept it, it is the season for it. So if it's some people's culture and it has been blown out of proportion, why has it been blown out of proportion? There should be a reason for that. It's a lot of other cultures out there. Why is Kayamata being blown out of proportion now than every other thing? There's a reason. That's why I said there's a reason for a season. So let us talk, let us argue, let us reason together, let us make the mistakes, but somehow we would be exposing more of these things. And like I said earlier, it is thanks to Kayamata that a lot of these other charms are being exposed. Now, people have hijacked some people's culture, like Emma said, which is fair, is true. They've hijacked it, they've taken it, they've mixed whatever. Now, those listening to us, there are scammers on this platform, a lot of them listening to us. And if we give them a pass mark to say Kayamata has some real thing, and then we let it be like that, okay, we'll not talk about Kayamata and let's just talk about this, they will keep on producing the fake version of it. And you know, who knows who does the right Kayamata? If anybody knows who does the right Kayamata, put your hand up. You don't know who is fake. You don't know who is right. You don't know who does what. Everybody is looking for ways to make money right now. I can bet that is a lot of people who have been sold granite oil and olive oil in bottles they've just washed from their backside and pretended that it is Kayamata. And people are running with it. I can bet that it's a lot of people out there who have just taken bits from behind one of their old bags, maybe from their mother's old gift they've given to them, or their boxes, and they've pretended and sold to somebody that is Kayamata. I can tell you that there are people who have even gotten the real Kayamata and they've diluted it. You know how you get these perfumes? People come, what did they used to do? Was it petrol or kerosene? They would take and then add some more water inside, and then the essence of it is diluted, and then it cannot work properly like it should. So it's all of these things that I want us to talk about. Okay, so when we sit here, it is about knowing all of these things that are happening. So yes, I might not be grounded in it as per se, but we'll have to talk about it. So maybe I'll have to learn from you. One of my big sister pastor friends, she's a very good friend of mine, she came and we were talking about Kayamata inbox, and she took me to scripture, and she was showing me that in the story of Jacob, Leah, and Rachel, there's Kayamata. Matter of fact, she was just giving me, she said she was just trying to point out to the different arguments that people were giving. Okay, so she took me there and she said all the mandrakes that Leah was fond of having. Remember, for those of you Christians who read that story about Jacob and Leah, it was Kayamata. So it was a charm. So it was a love potion. Then she gave that. I don't know how she defended that, but hey, she was trying to get some portions of scripture to show me that that is how it's coming from. Now, because I'd rather we reason together and see if it is even scriptural than for us to put it aside and let's not talk about it. I love to talk about things and to see beautiful aspects about it, even if it means to be challenged about some particular issues. But this is my take. I still think that anything charm is deceitful. When it's deceitful, it doesn't mean it doesn't work. Let us be careful with the words we're using. If something is deceitful, it doesn't mean it doesn't work. It only means that it has repercussions. It means that the face value is beautiful, but the aftermath has enormous repercussions to it. When Bible says charm is deceitful, it did not say some charms are deceitful. It did not say charms that are done in southern Nigeria are deceitful and the ones that are done in northern Nigeria. As me as a Christian, all charm be deceitful.
Okay.
So that's what I know about it. So whether or not it is the right version of it, it's always an aftermath that people have not gotten to tell you about it. But most importantly, coming back to what you asked, the people who are using the charms, these are people going into the fake version of it, because now we'll talk about the fake version of the Kayamata and all of that. So who are those using this? There are people targeting young girls who are targeting, and of course you mentioned that it's not your level, so not be your level. They're targeting the high and the mighty in the society. They're targeting people they can potentially take things from, make a life out of, or make a living out of. Okay, so they're targeting a lot of these people. Young guys are targeting sugar mommies. women who are well placed in the society. Businessmen want to draw more customers. And most recently, the last post this girl put on the platform, pastors are using it to charm gullible followers. Pastors are using that as well. Some pastors, anyways, they are using it to charm gullible followers for people who don't even understand what's happening. Oh, wear this bracelet. You know, we used to see them in churches. Oh, anointing bracelet, anointing oil, anointing beads, anointing spray, perfume. Remember, it is now that everything is coming to place to me. Like, oh my God, could it be, when that girl said that, it dawned on me like, oh my God, could it be this is what these people have been using all this while? Because there's no such thing as you spray a perfume and then a man will start at being attracted to you if it is not diabolic, if it is not extra. There's no such thing like that in scripture. And that's why I'm coming again from the Christian perspective, like, let the Muslims have their way with whatever they're doing, if it's theirs. But we Christian, what is our backup with this? Where are we heading to with it? So if a pastor is giving to you, you ask it. That's why I always say it is not just about what a pastor talks away to you. What is scripture saying? The pastor is not the scripture. So if pastor say you go kill some person, you go kill it because a pastor don't say you go kill some person. So it is not every pastor that is led by the Spirit of God. It is not every church that is Spirit-filled. So these are the things that are practiced there. And then we are gullibly following it. And then maybe people would say, okay, it's a part of it. Then they want to say, okay, no, Kayamata, no bad. Then the pastor come in and say, oh, na Kayamata, and Kayamata, no bad. More just to use them. At the end of the day, so everything somehow is somebody's culture, whether good or bad. And we should not talk about every other thing. That's where I'm coming from.
It shows saying last time is the talk. Because they will give you.
I think go me now, you and Emma to get the conversation. I think so. I don't get tired yourself. I don't come to stay there. I almost cried coming on this show today.
You have come to stay, just stay for that play with it. Well, from all what you've said, I have a comment here from Rindis Gomez. She said, no, Delhi. I disagree. I think Kayamata is not about religion. If we have to look at it from that perspective, then no tradition will exist because most traditions are fetish. I think we should look at Kayamata from this perspective.
Which perspective is she talking about?
Exactly my question.
Because if a tradition is fetish, I'm not supposed to do it as a Christian. If it is fetish, I'm not supposed to get involved with it as a Christian. So from what perspective? Perspective is your own side of how you look at it. Now, which perspective are you talking about? The Muslim perspective, that's why I said they can practice whatever they're practicing. Now, the Christian perspective, what are we on about?
Yeah, the thing is, from most of the comments I've been looking at, everyone is saying now that they do exist so many charms. There have been existing so many charms in Cameroon already, and people have been using them. But Kayamata now has come, and all the charms are now engulfed in this one name on the same umbrella as Kayamata. But whatever the case,
Chidima, sugar daddy they no be done the day the key get them no be done the die, but sugar daddy no be die. Why Chidima won't be go viral? There's one thing that will come and expose. It's if the word of God was existing before Jesus came and he paved the way. There's always one thing. That's why scripture tells us that I'm searching for one person that will not fold their arms, will stand the gap. One person is one too many for this generation. One thing is one too many to expose light into a place. So it's not about why not this one. I want to say Kayamata might be the quote unquote the scapegoat that has come to expose this. I'm sorry, I know that you wanted to go on and Emma will come up, obviously. I don't want this question to go. How would you know your pastor gave you but Kayamata? Where in scripture you don't hear say maybe the work and give beats and spray for people where you say, okay, I want to know the right beats where they'll give me and the right spray. Where in scripture, first of all? No. Since they be pray for people, then give the anointing beats. They say me they come out go time. They will say, okay, now so my problem. I say I want to know the real beats where pastor get to give me. Where it they first of all? So you see, you don't even need to know whether not good or not bad. As long as something is not in scripture or it is outrightly condemned in scripture, we're not supposed to go and be looking for whose version now is right or wrong. Whether your pastor talk na say wait, one pastor church, my pastor wake up say don't make anointing beads. Then now most are picking the wear them. And then now this is the thing about it. They keep away hard work aside, Bison. They focus on beats. I have my friend who told me that they gave her 1 beat in Cameroon. She traveled without beats, came and was not reading for her exams. She kept failing. But each time she would take that beat and she's praying or whatever she's doing with the beats, thinking she will pass because that's what they told them in church. So you see how these people, they prey on your ignorance. A lot of it. They prey on your ignorance. There is no such thing as a beat or an oil or whatever will replace hard work.
Nothing.
Somebody said anointing shoe. I'm hearing anointing shoe for the first time. Sorry that I've taken too much time. I just had to talk on that.
Yeah. Anyway, so you even though you didn't talk much about the target population of this Kayamata, but we know generally that all these girls, they are going after rich men, they are going after guys, because I see I'm giving reference to the audio I listen on your platform. They say anything you ask your boyfriend, the joke yam, anything you ask your boyfriend, the gap, anything you talk, in the joy hear you.
Why I had the concept
my had the concept. They say that's the motive, that's the main motive behind Kayamata. Any money you ask your boyfriend, he give you. Anything you tell your boyfriend, me do he go just do immediately. And Kayamata need to find any kind of man. I shouldn't forget to mention that. No be any kind of man. It's high time most of us will become any kind of man. I'm already one. So Emma, anyway, what are some of the consequences? All these charms and blah blah blah, the beats and all that. It has influenced our society a lot. It has one thing is many of our youth today that have become so lazy. People don't want to earn what they want, you know. They don't want to earn anymore. They just want to get things like through any means, the easiest means ever. They just want to use it. Like the Kayamata issue. The Kayamata issue is one of the easy ways of getting things, getting money from your man or whatsoever. So, but we know that these things have consequences. Somebody mentioned that small time, as if it was on comment, they say, when I don't start to do na Kayamata, small time, I saw I naked for rope. We say, I saw a video today of a naked woman. This, and every comment on that was one naked woman walking on the street. Every comment on that was, na Kayamata, that are these some of the consequences? You take Kayamata, you go for gear, not be for any kind of man, for go make a give money, you turn star work and naked. How did it pass? Kayamata don't be na turned away the street people naked. What's happening? You guys should tell, are these some of the consequences?
Okay,
B,
so
over to you.
Thank you, Bisong. I mean, before we go there, my head on cut. I just wish to say that please let's not concentrate on whether we really agree or disagree with someone's point, because we might end up really like when I give point, you are really talk because we'll really miss the whole target. I think we are all really giving points that are very important. We might not agree everything, but all points that can really be important for other people that really pick out with. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, like they really take me out of my context. I was not saying that we don't talk about topics. I simply say that I will not talk about something with full confidence that I know nothing about it. And that's why I'm still saying that. I prefer to do my full research on Kayamata, for example, before I can talk about it. And even at that, a Northern Nigeria will talk about Kayamata better than myself. You see, like Camwood, I know she does some place confidently to say Camwood be diabolic because a person in the culture. You know, like we keep saying it here. We are not in.
Yeah, but you see how you're explaining yourself, right? And maybe, just maybe, I did not get your point. It's good that I bring it up. So it's not about arguing your point. It's just making you understand that it might not have passed. You might not have passed it on clearly. The same way I've said something and you might not understand. So it's okay. Like I said, we're having a dialogue. If you don't get what I said, it's okay to talk on it. Then you get on a point. It's not as if we're arguing about it. That's what I think.
Okay, so like I was saying, I cannot confidently talk about Camwood, for example, if it's diabolic, because that is somebody's culture. Camwood, this song, I think you don't know about Camwood because it's mostly used in Bamenda culture. When a woman Camwood, when a woman is getting married, they either use camwood to rub you or palm oil, which some people are talking about it as being diabolic. But since I am not so informed about it because it's not my culture, I really want to be careful talking about it as being diabolic. You see, Monique so I know we should offer some place to say Monique can be diabolic. Why? Because until you tell me the things about Monique, I no go know.
The fact is, we don't even know the things you're listing.
No,
Monique knows.
This one knows. That's his culture. That's why I used it.
Oh, okay. I see.
Until you tell me things about Monique, I would not know unless I really do a research. And there's a limit to a research I can do. All what I'm just trying to say is that you see Kayamata. So just from the fact say I start understand them as somebody's culture, it really gives me some kind of, I want to give myself some space, you understand? Not for fully talk about where it be. For my impression about this Kayamata, where you really see, and so I feel say no, now what also will be copyatus. We copy and we don't know how to paste. I just have this impression, a lot of things, see, the moment where I see Bamena cap at inside Kayamata in there. And also a lot of things they don't enter nano. It bear the name Kayamata. People they don't bring that charm where they collect and for Oko sings. That charm where they go for Mount Camarongo collect and sings. They don't come put an Kayamata. That one I'm not so concerned because I don't know, I'm not so informed. But I want to talk about charms generally this song. So that if Kayamata fall inside the charm, my way to use a may year. If any two way fall inside charm, any man way to use a may year. But I want to talk about charms. You're talking about the consequences of charm. There's something about charms here. I don't understand because apart from money, women use charms most of the time.
Excuse me. Sorry, not to cut you short. Tell me, before you go, you are from Babanki. Do you guys have a charm? In Babanki? Una get charm?
So we'll get charm has in a Babanki.
Oh, charm. Okay,
charm.
Sorry.
No, we'll not forget charm, say Babanki charm, but obviously people then they go take charm no. And I want about charm because charm now we still in my charm.
No, if it be like how Kayamata is from Northern Nigeria, it's a Northern Nigerian thing, So I'm asking, in Babanki, do you have your own thing? Say this, that Babanki people they are team. Because now some come on, they talk the whole place. Say if you go for I'm a Bangi man. They say Bangi people, Bangi human and their own charm. Say it is not for bed. If you talk that one, so they talk and say Bangi woman them. So when they want to talk that, they just know say na Bangi people that. So for Babanki, waiting for our own charm.
Bison, we don't have
all man must get charm.
All man must forget charm. I want
to how na run the thing so.
No, I ask whether I must because sometimes we don't know.
I believe say surely all time they will get their charm.
This song
yes.
You mean say they understand me for this whole thing. First of all, once you forget I say no. You see this word say charm. You forget so whatever you just use charm carelessly. When any man want doing it to say they don't charm me, when any man want doing it they don't say they don't charm me. It's an English word you guess. Not be saying that see where any society must get to charm. But I want to say, wait for you want me understand I say me. I never hear call Kayamata say charm. I don't even know me.
Okay.
Yes, I don't know whether na charm. I don't know and they say like you be rightly talk. We not for know the thing. You understand? So me, I know if I tag a name to something I don't know about it. I'm not so informed about it. So when I go struggle for telling I say the things that when people they don't import them into call the name Kayamata, give me the impression say no. People they don't just use that to make their money. Scammers that they use that for make their money now. For that kind of way, if some man I see you Bamenda cap, for example, but Bamenda cap is a dressing cap.
That's not part of the item there for the charm.
Imagine say Bamenda cap when my papa no be never come wear a cap for it. But if some man not call and say a charm, then you feel imagine what I talk about.
I try to talk myself. No be they be Adam for the package where they give a man. Then how they give plenty package?
How? Yeah, anyway. See, I don't know.
Anyway, just move straight to the consequence. Consequences. Because...
Okay, I want to talk about the consequences generally of a charm. Okay, and what I was trying to explain about charms is this. From my little idea and observation about charms, right? Men use charms the same as women use charms, but now the purpose for which they use it might differ, or someone the hyper someone. Okay, I would not say, for example, you see, let's come at the thief man. When man go thief, you want to be an arm robber, I know want me then kill it. they used to have charms. Now, why don't we get story the way they catch man so they want kill it disappear? Now, charm the person uses right. It disappear, yes, for making money. So they get the charm, scammers and get charm where sometimes you know ever catch them. Sometimes police not ever succeed for catch them. They need it to make this money. Why woman them have been no say no woman they be use charm. Now because they want get a man for their life. They want get somebody to marry tea. They feel control this man. He can be their husband. It can be all of these. Now just say it don't be different. Now to take some money goes highway they buy 50 champagne for this thing. It means a woman
that means me too. This is how my go take charm for can cash me.
You get how much when they want cash you? Who want go the soccer?
No, it's not really waste of charm. No,
waste of charm.
Not really waste. Not really waste.
So the NYB song, let me concentrate on the side of love, right?
Well,
they start for money, will know the consequences. They will know how I don't use that charm. That time they reach. You know how when some scammer they buy for die, they didn't even get anything for show for. You know some people and the last can die. That charms on them was that day. You forget that charm for house. But I have this question. If you use a charm to pin down a man, is that love? How do you feel? Knowing that somebody is foolish under your control. It means that the day where they just pray to deliver that man, you're married or end. Because you never realize himself, like, what was I doing with you? Because you charmed me. Exactly. So all in all, what I'm trying to say is this. If you need a man in your life, sister, there are a lot of things you need to do to get your man. If the man that you can't know, I still got in them bed, you know, use charm. It doesn't last. Those are the things where whether you like it or not, sometimes go the pass on day for backs on church where the job pass deliverance catchy. Your man can't turn different person as you just cannot get you mass I get you husbandless. The way your whole life you were using a charm because you needed a man in your life. It's even different for these people who want to even make money, like they want to get money. But for me, the whole doneness, I need get them. I don't understand it. I don't know how when me I feel cope for the way man want no say no. If they move charm pay I, you know go and see me. How does it work? How does it work?
Actually, they are just there for the money, you know, so they can use anything to get the money. They are not there. It's not like.
See, I tell you, sometimes we really think like women are always there for money. Money is a side dish for what women want in a relationship. Now, why that way? No, woman go still work. Why would ever thought so? No believe somebody to say, you know, I'm married again. Now, why that way? No, woman go work, give gigolo. If you work, if you make the money right, he go give gigolo. For me, money is a side dish when it comes to women wanting to pin men down. They need a man in their life and they can do anything to keep that man. Money is a side dish. So it's not just about the money. It's about let me have a husband. Let people know I have a man in my life. My problem is the way I clear. You go cope. And guess what? You know, so which people they overdone or which people too door because the wish man they so see there's some person when they talk for us, they say they give 50,000, you go give your friend 20,000.
And not the same. No, not be hear that story fine. If don't say if they don't give plenty money, I think food their friend are full and say now only 50,000 they be give. If I not be hear that story fine.
No, your middle foot go hurt you. You go hurt your middle foot. Plus the charm on top for money. I don't get that. And then they need the safe. I sure say we'll do research. We'll interview the people. They ask ourselves, since we use Kayamata as the call and sister, how much you don't save? Since we use
somebody anyway, man, not take this song in this thing. This song question.
Go on, please. If you
yeah, so on that issue of where you don't say this so woman they know what money see I don't know when I thought I beg to differ. May you understand why I talk and say I beg to differ. You see the new generation now, they don't want their master instead. If money no they know they want the money literally, and if they forget them behind some man, so man na instead one of their tools they forget money. Okay. So their end and their goal na money. Then they use now man. That's why when they get into it, the husband where it say they be one time, they know if he stay with the husband because the man no get money.
Okay.
Charm na power. You see charm. Somebody was asking what's the meaning of charm. Charm. If I will use one word to define charm is control. Now the thing
Exactly.
that
Manipulate.
anybody
Yes.
using charm wants to be in control, wants to be in charge.
Yeah.
That's what's going on. So that's why, so other one be there. I don't know, I know even forward that particular one for you. When some basket, it's a basket that has, so they call someone say get some breed beats where get an evil eye. They call it an evil eye.
Yeah.
So that one now for different in them. So if you attract man picking, anyone attract money, and anyone if you attract na good luck. So one if you attract na send me the BU house. So it comes in a basket. I saw a particular basket that has those different things, and then they list the things there. You understand? So that's it. So when you take it now, the one for get husband, they no be husband and man no and money no join for one of the.
It's have the same basket.
I want to show you the basket. I don't know how I know for other basket for you. May you see the difference in they don't really put and they get that one, then another vagina own. Get 3 different sets for the vagina own. Where you go put the powder. Me sorry, they look my way to the thing and it concern me. I don't even first get idea. I wanted to play that video, but the thing is that anyway, this one you come back on screen, okay? Let me see if I can upload that video and play it so that the audience can see it, because I can't do it now when I'm on screen like that, please.
Okay.
This one go on. It's okay.
Oh. No, be say okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so actually we've had with these 2 beautiful brains. You guys have really highlighted me on this Kayamata or Kayamata issue, and I've been reading very closely from the comment section, and I've been learning a lot from, especially Rindi Ngome. You have been telling me more. You don't say you to the transact Kayamata. I've been seeing a lot. Yeah, I don't read a lot about the Kayamata thing, but whatsoever the case, my main concern was who are the target, and since they are targeting men, rich men. Okay, when I hear say rich men, then I know say, hey, then I mean say you know go see me, and then and then I was about asking about what solutions, Emma, if our sisters, our young girls, the youths of today, those who have involved themselves in this Kayamata thing already, is it too late for them, or it's not too late? What could be done? What are solutions? Now only for church for deliverance, or they can still get out of it without being delivered spiritually? Because I know say sometimes they used to just go for some. They say the highest scammer than where they did for the outside, so native doctors then, and then be the biggest scammers for outside, because 99.99% of them they don't even know what they do. They need to talk true. They just do guesswork. So now they be the first when the one cause scammers, then now they be the first. So if our sisters and brothers who are already into this, using all these diabolic or call them substances or whatsoever to for money issue, for money rituals, for partners, if right now they really realize that, oh, this is not the way for me, how can they succeed from this part of their lives, from this part of the world? That's the underworld. Is it possible? Is it only through like spiritually going to church, praying, or there are some other psychological ways? Do they need some rehabilitation or something?
Okay, this one, for since we are really dealing with a variety of people, like a lot of people are watching us, maybe they are not Christians, they are Muslims, and I think Muslims to know what it takes for them to be delivered from something. Even the non-Christians, maybe they know. Christians know it's all about deliverance. But this is something I want to say, because you made an important point about these witch doctors. You want to take these charms, even most of them are scams, like you said, even though a lot of them they are real, But I always just wonder, you go take charm for person, say you want can charm some person, forget money. You go for the my house, you bend down under some things for enter. My house for insurance as you see them for outside. I'm asking why, again, as a story building where you can't ring bell and a dog they can't open you. I'm like, why do people not just put up those things together? Anyway, maybe the rule shows that they are not supposed to be rich anyway. But what I'm trying to say is this: whether fake or real, the things we do, they play a lot on our psychology. And whether you like it or not, at one point, you need to be taken out of that situation. If it's actually spiritually bound, you need that deliverance. For believers, for Christians, they know side forget deliverance. They know say, now only running to God. Where they need that deliverance. Like, you know what? Take me out of these things. Take me out of this oath I made. Take me out of this charm that I went and buried somewhere because I wanted a man to stick to me. Take me out of this, God, because they need this. That notwithstanding, the fake one, the way it doesn't have fake. Even if a sister, you go take charm for some person, they tell you, say, no, that man will go for a fake here. It's here. Wait until something happens to you tomorrow. Now, for those you will not say no, your psychology, no. It be stronger even than something real. Yes, because your psychology plays on you a lot, such that you now need some. You were talking about did you say counseling or you need something there? But say for our society,
some rehabilitation or something.
Rehabilitation, like you said, yes, which is not bad. But I like to limit it to our society that we do not know this rehabilitation things. We don't know the big terms there, But you need that situation where sometimes you even need to talk for some person about her. And get yourself out of this. Work yourself. See, me as a Christian, if I want to tell already limit, say go for church. Not be only say must go for church. Pray about them, sister. Pray about them. I go limit them. But we have people that we have atheists out there. We have Muslims. These people are not Christians. So it doesn't mean they don't have a solution to this. Except I'll first start there, you say, give your life for Christ, then come for church, then come. That's something different. But then work on your psychology about this. Because once it's there, it's like now oath no. We take oath, this blood stuff like that. We not the way you extract and bath for that person belly, we don't drink your blood. But working about this and trying to take this out of your system. Like I did this thing, let me work on it, let me retrace. But we must, the most important thing is about accepting that thing, retracing yourself, going back to it. Not feel say you feel for better. Not to feel say for your life. That boy will be charming for high school. So because we are, and it go end so it has its way of playing around your life, your future, and karma has its way of coming back. So it's always very important for us to go back to this point.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Emma. Thank you, Deli. So far, we've talked a lot on this Kayamata thing. And I guess Deli and Emma, you guys have given our youths, the girls of in the society, young girls and boys, about the ills of getting involved in all these things from the underworld. And if they find themselves into it, how they could secede from it and all that. But we can't end the show without going to the next what we have on our menu, which is on.
I thought Deli brought a video. Was it not connected?
Did you bring the video, Deli?
I did.
Did you? Okay, can you just play it quickly for us so before we move to the next?
Yeah, here is the bowl that has everything. Here is the attraction bit that has the evil eye. The evil eye, up to 3 of it, that protects, keeps you from danger, protects your business, protects you, in short, from any evil, from evil forces. So this is the sweetener, the sex sweetener, sits in the middle. This white one here is the tightener.
Okay, I just wanted us to watch that video to see the different madness in different compartments. I'm looking for a better word to use. So this is how a young dynamic pikin where you go school. I talk the thing I go pigeon. You go learn for school, you go university, they teach you. You go church, they don't tell you all about Bible, about Christ, where you claim to be Christian. You go take 2 eye beats, hold on for your skin, say, now that thing, see where you call a couple of your hand. Now you protect the beats, or now the beats protect you. Sometimes I listen, just like Emma said, to the way we need renewing of our minds and all. I don't understand. Guess what? That pack with that picking don't put on for this, so it costs 90K. They want go business. You know, to 90K if you do an average young girl, we don't come out school for Cameroon for start up a business. You know the coming of business with 90K video.
Wait, all that small thing is over that place on a 90K.
I'm telling
yes,
you.
na 90,000. And when they don't beat the price to 90K, so it's just in a beating price. I think been at 150 or something. As I
have you just been
understand
maximum too? The business the person. I waited that for 90K.
If not be longer, because Emma was even listing those things. Let me add one of the things that we go be delivered from here. They say my people perish for lack of knowledge. When you understand the real the purpose of every charm, the intentions behind it, the aftermath of it, when you don't know them, see the natural deliverance that first of all. For just even know the implication of what you're doing. Because I think it's a lot of naive girls. Another two way they make most of these girls in a competition and longer. You see these things that they do and so.
Yeah, lots of competition.
People come on this platform, we give them 25K bisong to start up businesses. Before 6 months one reach, they'd already opened their own shop then. You know why? People who are hardworking. Give me get away it work a fine man picking me give 1 million, give 1 million every month. It will still not suffice for the kind of lifestyle where you want to live on.
Yeah.
Now longer get and don't decide for the work I take charm the left, right, center. Say they do something with them. And the next minute the day for hide my idea, the day for one pastor. One thing you made mention this on that, Mexican people are the highest scam. For me, no. Mexican people are not the highest scam. People who are the highest scam now fake prophets. Because Mexican man not tell you anything about Jesus. John also, it be honest for tell you say it lie for your own sector. But fake prophets use na pastor, they use na Jesus in name for light way they do them.
Yeah.
And then you look at the fake prophet, he is well dressed. You look at him, he has a church. You look at him, he's reading the Bible. So he own, imagine the way where he own scam be intense. Yeah. Because it prey on the naivety of the congregants. It do and so, and then they would be in bondage for too long. And if you control them, if maximum fool you, if you wrong go for pastor, if pastor fool you wrong go for who?
Exactly.
So you see, say they are only worse than even the Mexican people them. Because right now, only the way Emma described it, you see only Mexican a place, you know, say enough, you know, get enough power for give you that kind of money when you define them. If you be get if you get Pajero, if you get Jeep, if you get my kind Benz who I want them. You know get them. But when you see that fake prophet, the own Benz, something they tell you to say you fit there to let the fake prophet. So it is.
You didn't go see. Maximum go tell you say if you say you charm we go make him married. You go for you decide you don't get picking the day.
You go for go born. Now tough charm for married for born picking. You get to sleep. Part of the charm now say go sleep with you, and you hear the things that people are doing, and you're asking yourself now. Say you see desperation. Desperation. This one a bad thing. When you are desperate, when you see woman we don't reach with level of desperation or man picking. When they say man picking, they use charm. All the people who are scamming and all of that, where they use the charm, it's they don't reach that level where sagat. We grew up, we've known about Nyongo, so you sell some man, or you kill some man, you get money. Now, so no, it don't easy now. You know, if I know that's killing, it's just this crazy. I don't know. Anyway, this one maybe we move to a different topic because
yes,
we can talk about this thing all day.
I swear. So yes, the next this one now it's I will start the way I'm gonna approach it. I'm not really gonna approach it in like from the theme of our page, relationship hot topics. I'll take it a little bit to the social corner. And Deli, I saw you wrote the topic some time ago on the screen. Accidents. Let me say, especially in our community back home in Cameroon. I've never been, it's 2 weeks is too long actually. I've never been for 2 weeks without getting news of a massive accident. Luckily, no man no die. This number of people were injured, blah, 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 this. And there was one thing where Pastor Jesse mentioned last time, which I really, really appreciated. He said, even in the UK, that they are good roads. They used to have accidents. Even here in Finland, where the roads, we have really good roads in Finland, we do have accidents, right? And even in Africa, in Cameroon, where we have bad roads, we have a lot of such accidents. Because I'm just mentioning this because whenever you see they talk about an accident somewhere on Facebook, everyone goes below blaming the government, bad road, this, that, the talk. Of course, bad road is one of those factors that will lead to accidents. But I also want to make people understand that it's also the sole responsibility lies in the hands of the driver, not be even the road. The first thing is the driver who is driving that car. Because if a conscious or sober person is driving and driving carefully and responsibly, even for the most rugged road, using the most broke car, that means say old motor, you drive back and forth without having an accident. It's liable.
Right.
But if the most irresponsible driver, reckless driver, and careless driver, you're driving on a good road with the best car on earth, so long as you are reckless, you are irresponsible, maybe you are not even sober, you are drunk, you get accident. Even the road smooth. Now how? So I always tell people that the sole responsibility lies in the hands. I remember Tawe, I did go school for Bamenda. I'm leaving Limbe to Bamenda. We go reach Okenkem. Driver say go stop. Say me they take one for the road. Driver go should say so. It drink one. You see all these things. We saw it as fun. And Denzel mentioned the other time that some people even say, I did drive fine when I don't drink one beer. These are very, very common things in Cameroon, you know. And it's not like I have seen people who lived in Cameroon who operated as drunk drivers. It was a habit for them to drink and drive. Then they come abroad where the laws are strict. You know, they say when they hold you, where you drink the drive, you go move some 500 gap. No man, no, they take 500 for let you go with drunk driving. There's nobody here that will let you see these people. They adjust when they want to go drink. That means they need to go motor again because they know say if you are caught, you are caught. You go down for it. But for Cameroon, you feel give something. So I'm just before we even get into this B and Delhi, I just want to tell people that it's not everything. We are responsible. We are the one responsible to our lives, you know. Before even blaming the government, we should take full responsibility of our lives. If you are a driver, let's make it a habit. Say, we will not drink Nimbo before you go drive, because 99.9% of accidents in Cameroon are alcohol. Even before the roads, before the old motor, the people that they talk, the first thing that the drivers na alcohol. And people find it funny, people find it na life, na normal thing. It is when you drink one beer, and that time you drive. You see the driver, so when you drink one beer, so it is stand so bafusam bamenda road, so it goes straight to the go reach. All that is so it's just a myth. And we've seen so many cases of these accidents like that, day in, day out, day in, day out. We can't keep blaming the government for they go fix the road and when. So the way yourself you'll be victim for the accident. We can't keep blaming the government. Now so you don't be saying so road the day. We get for just prepare yourself, be conscious enough, be responsible enough for drive for the war road where the government don't give you. We not go to kill yourself them because we say government anything that they want blame. It's not like I'm saying the road, we're not supposed to complain about the government, but where accident come also, keep government first aside. The road they no fine. When the first drive will speed first now for waiting. High speed. You go see small road so when they're supposed to drive down 60 or even 80 kilometers. Driver they drive 120. You know, inside that 120 first, so it drive a 40-year-old car with 2 beer again for his skin. Then now, before you go reach now for the road, the least mistake, he can't even maneuver. If small mistake just come also, you can't even maneuver because you are not 100% conscious. Road for better road for support yourself, for maneuver the car, for escape the accident, you know the condition for the motor, you know the. So I use this opportunity to urge every Cameroon. If we just take her into practice, we will not drink before we drive. We will see as the accident they go drop. No be road. But I know say the ones I just talk soon. I
also need a deep plan for ask your opinion for the topic.
No, I guess how I can't lead. I delete to now.
I know plan for talk about the accident. This I don't talk my own point already.
No, I guess how I guess how I can lead now. The one because if I give you an opportunity to not talk any show anyway, we never even touch. I know now. So before we go blaming the government, let's see we are responsible to our own lives. Now we get this life. Now anything will happen, now we be responsible before even government. So we take our life serious. This drink, and also do what I talk, I just throw in our table the fire back. Food, they just look at somehow go take one enter motor they go. But it's better to speak than to keep quiet and it keeps happening. Well, linking to this accident, we have our one of our celebrities, Cameroonian artist who was involved in an accident, Tenor. Isn't it? That's what they pronounce her name, right? Tenor, who was involved in an accident, and in the scene, a friend lost her life in the accident. And then we don't know which be the cause for the accident, but the truth now say accident, it happened. And the news now it didn't say the family of the girl is asking him to pay the bride price of the girl before burial. Now, accident moving to our African tradition. Mama Deli and Mama Emanuela, tell us, is it proper? What kind of African tradition? Where can we find such practices in Cameroon where you have a man has to pay the diary of a corpse? And in what other situation? Is it only in cases like this where the accident happened where the man was present together? Do you have any idea?
Who now? You did not call anybody.
I say Emma.
Sorry. I didn't hear.
Now you last, Nadeli last talk now.
Yeah.
Emma, they always start, so now you get to go on.
I know you're talking anyway. See, personally, I don't know of any culture that you have to get married to a corpse, but I know there are a lot of cultures like that in Cameroon. I don't know why initially the custom and traditions already show say no, people they're supposed to marry corpse, because in my understanding that is coming as a form of a punishment. Because maybe if we want to check in details, right? Maybe like saying that I get a culture that say if you die away, your boyfriend will be marry you. If your papa gets to tell me he can't pay this thing. I don't believe saying that some form of some punishment where you want to give the person, where any other culture and tradition they feed one, so they feel who you say must come marry their picking us or whatever. So but I don't think personally I know of any culture like that. Because not in my village, no. But it's in my understanding, that's a punishment. And to also like maybe teach people that you know take my picking, keep her for house so you never can do things. And I know a lot this happens a lot with people who do come.
If you want tell his story. Boy and girl get accident, the girl die, the girl parents and they ask you say me diary the girl before they bury her. You talk na your own and say no take my picking straight. You want tell me that I say 10 of the story.
I'm getting to something. I must not even stick to the accident because I don't even know the story of the accident well. But
anyway, we'll get to Delhi soon. Continue.
You're talking about customs, right? So you want my money
yes.
for accident. Let me just be free, please, and talk about customs. So what I'm trying to say is it must not apply like this accident you're talking about, because I don't know the girl in village. I don't know anything about her for talk about her. But just to talk about custom in general, when they talk about people getting married to cops, I'm saying that is something I've heard about it a lot of times. And most of the time, it happens that people they do come with stay. You take some girl and you stay for a very long time. You never ever die reading, but when I don't born picking them, they die for your house. We know the culture shows that a woman is supposed to be buried in her husband's, most cultures show that a woman is supposed to be buried at her husband's place. Now, this situation where you're not married to this man traditionally, and it happens now that you die, so where will your corpse go to? You were living with him for 20 years. They don't do any tradition. So they'll carry you now. Even your cops go to shame, they carry you, bring you back to your papa, your house, can bury you for them. So because of this, we have now this custom and traditions where families now will start telling people, you must marry these cops because you were keeping our daughter for this long. So you have to get married to her, and then she'll be buried at your place as your wife. So that time they afford now, say you get married to somebody where you don't die. At least that's the little I know about the custom and tradition in connection to this tenor story where you don't get accident. Papa now start talking now say, because if you don't my picking. At the end story, they claim say because say the picking be this taking supposed to do dormitory or whatever, me they can't pay a bright price. Wait, I don't just it means that because if we have to go by this father style, right? All boyfriend them. With the girlfriend they ever die with them, when they be present, they're supposed to go pay that a bright price for that particular.
Now it's dormitory begin go there for July. Now school to go on for July.
I don't even know self what that's then I'll live for Douala way school then they school now. So or the right GCE or GCE don't finish. I don't know me. Yeah, but well, I mean that's what I know about customs in that particular custom in terms of that Tenos father-in-law. That's supposed father-in-law.
Delhi's matchup.
We are all Delhi's matchups. I'm not Delhi's matchup. We all are Delhi's matchups.
Okay, Mrs. Singer, do you have something to tell us about that?
I'm not Mrs. Singer, I'm Mrs. Phillips.
Ah, Mrs. Phillips. I always confused.
Yeah, Singer is my father's name. Delhi is my maiden name.
Yeah,
and then Philip is my husband's name. So if you are going by Mrs., then it should be Philip.
Okay.
Okay, that was just an aside, guys. Yeah, this one you don't really confuse me for real because you start to talk about accident, you just jump for accident.
No, I'm saving time. I talk about accident. When I want to talk about accident. Now, because this custom and tradition, all the things come on from accident, how this guy had an accident with this girl.
That's why I said let's go chronologically now. Then say more jump. Because you know
you two want to talk about accident. I give you chance.
Well, not necessarily. Not necessarily. Let me explain to you what I'm on about. There are lots of people who might not even understand the story. So they will not, because we're here on relationship hot topics and relationship trendy topics. Obviously, some people will not see the correlation between accidents and customs and cultures. So just so that we understand that it is coming from a particular place where, and we're talking about him because he's a celebrity and he's one of the biggest names in Cameroon as far as music is concerned. So that's why we're talking about it. But you know that when anything, I don't blog about showbiz per se, but what has to do with relationships and especially young girls and young boys is a call for concern. So we bring them up here to talk about it. And most importantly, that custom and tradition thing that came in aside, okay? But that particular accident thing here, this one, from what you rightly said it, you see majority of the accidents that happen in Cameroon are caused by the drivers or the people. Frenchman talk, and excuse my French, la route ne tue pas, mais c'est nous qui tuons. I understand that, excuse my French, I understand that to mean that the roads don't kill. We are the ones who kill ourselves. Okay? So just like Bisong said, no matter how bad road day, it takes as long as the driver is good, we would weather that storm. You'll pass them. That's why you get to villages like some of our villages where we come from. You see some road there, they pass inside stone. Driver, the manage to enter inside that stone and go for the other side. If we're going about bad roads and all of that, all people then for that side for Momo division would actually die because of that. But somehow, if you're looking at it, the majority of the accidents that happen, look at the express roads then. So it's not about the road. If you look at it now, express roads. There is a part of course the government that when people take these contracts, they mess up. I saw a video, it was a Nigerian actually lamenting about the roads. If you see the kind of cement and sand where they mix and for the do roads, the next minute those kind of roads will break. There's no drainage, there's nothing by the road, just to so what if you channel water. Those kind of sort of things contribute. But even at that, just like Bisong said, it's a lot of us who make this error. You look at the lifestyle, and before someone can condemn me for you, say, oh, I'm judging people. You see tenor is very that youthful exuberance, that young picking there, they enter inside stardom and they're trying to replicate stars that have come before them. It is very, very highly risky. Place where that picking day, he need a lot of taming. He needs a lot of somebody who is firm, principle to direct that particular boy. I'm telling you, it's not still young picking. You're already getting into alcohol, doing all of these things, and they say he's taking the footsteps of this guy who died in Abidjan. What's his name? DJ Arafat. Arafat died the same way, just that kind of style. So I hope that this child will sit, gonna picking. He should also have a rethink about his life and think about the kind of lifestyle. Siam, there's no gainsay that it was drunk driving. There's no gainsay about that. We saw pictures prior to that and videos prior to that. They were dancing and clubbing. So, and there's, alcohol the gives on courage where you don't know say we come on.
Yeah.
You see some man, you want to go fight some man for some corner. If he ask yourself, say, you want to see answer kitu, they say one fight denze. Now answer kitu that for under. So alcohol we do, you know, belief.
No,
What I'm trying to say is that sometimes
we should answer kitu for the ass. No,
answer kitu our celebrity. No mind, the worry. I know my, sometimes we truly are matter of fact, we're really responsible. Now, if this story, imagine we still get to we just assume a lot of things. If this story not true, think about the young girl. We only hear a story there for social media. We don't know whether not true, say to true be the dormitory. But just imagine, say, paraventure, that is true. This child be get today for school. Young, because when we're talking about these stories here, true not be say we want to talk about people now for learn, for us to learn from it. Because if we are not learning from these stories, so what's the point? We just can't entertain ourselves. We should learn. We see people do these things in the society. Their end is always a particular way. Bad ending. But we're not calling those lifestyle bad. We only wait for talk rest in peace. If you want to talk for this small girl, they say, this kind of lifestyle, you don't start go nightclub, you go dance, the next minute you go sleep for man, he go give you belly, he go no be life that. Focus for book where they send you. Those say, hey, you're judging people. If that became begin one other, the least opportunity, he will spare a life. If you not be come out for day, we wouldn't be talking about this story. So sometimes it is for us to see that we are the ones putting ourselves into these places. I don't even know it was year one or what, but I heard the story the same as Emma explained, that somebody said she left the dormitory or wherever, and then left her own boyfriend and said her friends should take care of the boyfriend and all of that. You already see a lifestyle which is not balanced, and you people could sit there and say, I'm judging people. I'm just letting you people know that there is a way that seemed right onto a man, but the end is destruction. This is exactly what is happening to this generation, and we don't want to admit it. And whether Tenor likes it or not, and I'm not saying, the work of a platform they own them. But if somebody will ever tell him that it's about time he makes a rethink, because it's not about the first time, not be the first time. Now, whether we like it or not, if he be drink the drive, now he don't kill the girl. So when people they talk accidents happen, if he was not drunk, he would have been more sane. Because if you don't tackle these things like that, now so the other person will go drink, drive, then go get accident. To say, if you don't be in a day, because this generation doesn't want to take responsibility. It's always the case. So for me, if you don't be responsible enough for drive, drinking and driving, they go together. Now it's in the cost and plenty people they work and get accidents. Alcohol doesn't give you courage; it makes you more stupid. Not be courage. That thing looks like courage. Now stupidity. Because you are so vulnerable. That's one of the most vulnerable times in your life when you are drunk. And for you to take theory at that point in time, only theory tests, Mimi and Emma go write theory tests. They already talk and say when you drink alcohol makes you what? Now those are the first things. And then again, Bison, you mentioned something about how people they get accidents all over. But again, when you look at this part of the world, that's where the bribe policeman people are forced to do the right thing.
They're forced to do the right thing.
The CC appoints them. You know if you drive again and you don't be grounded. So you go. The system in itself, it take care for all this nonsense then. But our own system, look at it. When they go driving school first, or they go driving school Cameroon, They did just wake up. We want joy, so man don't make so make so. You want see don't start the drive. And that's how it comes. Highway code, they don't know, they miss all things. You need to fair respect highway code. You need to fair respect nothing. Competitive driving and all of those kind of things. And we listen. And this is what's happening. You see two people, they drive and they drive for road, so no degree send me the other person pass. If they say now you get right for road, then you want to see bam. Person go carry 70 people the inside there. If forget say carry 70 souls, 100 souls, and one argument we get out with another driver, it don't spoil your entire. It don't forget the number of destinies he's carrying, and he want only please the ego by fighting another driver with a competitive style. And this is what's happening to us. Before we get into whatever tradition we would talk about,
if you lost a loved one where is as a result of an accident, where a drunk driver in knocks your loved one for down, you look and then you ask yourself, say, what to be alcohol because of alcohol? So some person it could be a brother, a sister, it could be your child, it could be your parents. Some person drink bimbo, so you can't jam them so. They die, then you know what he mean for say if you drink, you go take moto. Because now the most careless reason that for say person kill person because of alcohol. So that's the best thing to think of. Think of it first for yourself. Say if some person kill some loved one when not just because of alcohol, do I really need to drink what I likely knocks the other person own family member? Because any person you see on for road, he get family and he get loved one. So
those are the things, exactly. Those are the kind of things that you sit and ask yourself. It is not just about you. Most often when people they come out for nightclub, which man be saying? That's why even when people go to the nightclub, sometimes they be when even they get on their one party man when they drink, say now you go drive. Just so that you know.
Exactly.
Yeah. But now you go with crazy people, everybody don't crazy. Any man jogo take steady, work and run the whole place and all of that. Bam. If you know the number of youths who are dying because of these accidents, and we're just sweeping them. If you calculate the number of people who have died because of this, now gone are those days we used to say it was Miongo. When person died, they don't take them from Miongo. No, we be better begin to look into ourselves.
Hey, which Nyongo? That's what they talk now. They begin pointing finger for rich people there for Cameroon. Cameroon, a person no get money again. As you get money, be wish man.
I'm telling.
Man, if you get money again for Cameroon, as you get money now, be wish man. So kind of acting short. I don't want to go. Man, no go for that point. But there's some very archaic thinking that way. Well, concerning Delhi, we're saying something about this traditional rights and requirements in marriages and all that.
I think that this father of this child, I understand his frustration. What it means to lose a child at her prime, like that. Beautiful girl with a lot of prospects. Still, again, news in the air has it that she was supposed to travel the weekend to Europe. As whether or not true or not lie, I don't know about that. But that's what is going on. So let's just imagine that all of what we're hearing is true. Imagine the loss that this man has had as a father, having to bury your kids. There was one of these shows we mentioned. Now, picking the bury parents, not be parents, they bury picking. It's so disheartening for a parent to lose their child like that. We don't know whether they're the only child way they be get them. We don't know whether they're the only girl picking way they be get them. We don't know whether they're the only sane one amongst the picking the way they be. You don't know that father's frustration. So me coming into the tradition first, I'm trying to first of all look at what is pushing this father to say all of what he's saying. The frustration that he must have gotten into. Imagine the shock that your child is in school, or even if the child was not in school, say you're picking the party 1 second, then the next minute they're telling a story, say don't die. You think about it, and then according to you, the person who is responsible for his death is alive. You start looking at it like now you don't lost everything. It's just gonna go like that. So these are the frustration. That's why I say, you remember when people are frustrated or desperate, they make irrational decisions. This, to me, according to me, is one of those things that happened to that man. So, before the thing, but let's even assume that it is their tradition, okay? I still insist that if it's a tradition, it is diabolic. For you to get married to a corpse, like I always say, I never hear me that one for Bible say they do them. So if it has to happen, that's why, as Emma said, no to come with stay. These are the things that make you know that come with stay is even bad. Just the fact say if woman die, you're marrying a corpse. Now only for make a man no say can we stay bad. Because if somebody wrote on the platform say if you don't marry the corpse, you don't get access or rights to the children. So some men go ahead and do it. And let it be known to you listening to me. It don't enter for your record all through say we marry corpse. Whether you struggle to say marry my bikini, mommy be die. Everybody they need talk and say you be marrying a mommy. You got married to a corpse. That's how you don't remember for your record. That is stigma that way you don't carry on for life.
Delhi, sorry for calling. As this married to a corpse, is that place to kiss the bride or that?
Oh no, you don't ever there for day. Sometimes you know that they talk when they don't say they marry, not be a holy hand. It should say all those procedures. You don't know because somehow it's something that is hidden. So maybe it's in housebound and
you the wearing.
Where this song? Why that's
this song? I don't ever marry cops join two people in holy matrimony or an evil matrimony where you ask me the wearing.
So that you can now kiss the cops, not be kiss the bride.
Then I see bright now. If you married,
I'm bright now. This song, wait to be your own problem.
You can now kiss the cops.
But this song, I thought it's practice more. Somebody sent me an exceptional case. I'll put it on the platform now. I see it was still just in line. The person was trying to be in line with all of what is happening now. I made mention of Bayangi. I thought I posted that thing already.
So is it?
Sorry, before the continue. Someone said when I get at least one night for honeymoon, even.
Mama, this is gonna say when I get no honeymoon. No,
so they get one night for honeymoon, yeah.
Only the practice for we Bayangi, the only two it differ mostly when it comes to death now.
You
never explain.
Have you said the lead to case? Have you said what's to explain the case for the Bayangi case, right?
No, based on them. So some person, send me. So I don't know what I schedule the case.
The two will get them for we
at some particular time. If tell me about Bayangi, then say no try Bayangi. Say if you be married Bayangi. So now I want to ask Bison whether na so you did for their tribe.
For we, the two are there for the nationality. When you marry a woman, okay, like how would they say? Emma just mentioned a few minutes ago. Say when a woman don't marry, when you die, they'll bury for your master compound. You understand? Right? But for we Bayangi, no. When woman marry, the day when you die, they are taking you back to your father's compound. You understand? Yeah, now for the difference that way we get them from any other tribe. We believe say you married and married that they not buy you. Say whether you married or not, you be still picking for your papa. When you die, you get for rest back now for your papa compound. My culture.
I think I heard something like that.
Yes, if you come marry, if you go marry buying woman, they will always put that one first for table. Me, you know. Say as you take this woman, so no say when he die, you have to bring it back for this compound.
Okay, yeah. I see. Which somehow makes sense though. If we claim that we're not buying the women, right? When we're going to get married to them.
You need to buy in a buy them.
But the two became one no, Bison. Am I a woman no?
One. Don't forget.
Yeah.
I mean, so, all the ideas that is still correct somehow. But I mean, people the way they talk say they married bury for your money compound because they consider the two. Even Bible said the two has become one. Why they get for separate you in debt? Kind of. So, but I think maybe we'll still get a point to think that okay, come back for your papa.
So that you know, so the die wake up now. So that way don't go your papa up. I make you we get access to make you now wake up.
So when people don't die, come back. I really want to know this tradition. That thing, does it happen? Because I grew up hearing about Bayangi. Is it
you want me to say yes? You want me to
say if not true, tell say wait. So you feel say some 14 lives so person they don't die, bury wake up again. Hey, my.
This one don't drive for a village.
Drive me for village. Wait, so person go die. He wake up. Ha.
Then I think that when you don't sell them for we all true now. That Bayangi people, they
now.
die, they put something with their hand, they go come back.
No,
You know something in Delhi. Many years ago, many years ago, right? If you didn't have a norm for Cameroon, way every tribe would make a mystical story from every tribe. It was like a pride. You understand? For our village, if you come for a village, so they do you the kind of so you disappear. So every tribe in Cameroon, we had this story, so they tell you. It was just like a pride. They say, Baba keep people them. Now so the way Baba keep picking the said will tell you, they just so when they say na even fake, they just tell you. You know the thing, the whole story we Southwest now yeah about uncle Juju for Bamenda. You know the news yeah about uncle. Will be no say, but that means the news yeah I go study for Bamenda. I the come out school for 2 o'clock now inside Quen village. With the work I put there, the number they start like Quen. At the Tonton inside Quen village for 2 o'clock night. Me one don't come out school, I go enjoy for town. But not different my village that before I come Bamenda, I be hear kind news about that kind of villages there for Bamenda. But when I got there, so those things are just stories.
But Bison, it's different when you hear from outsiders say things about people they don't know. It's just like as Emma Dito say, we talk about Kayamata, we don't really get the real information. Meaning say we feel be at fault. That's our information could be faulty. You understand?
Of course.
But not when a Nordist tell me about Kayamata. I get to believe him.
Exactly.
But now I tell you, say, now I tell you, now say,
like this cut where they cut most of their face, then so where they say the MDB na say, so that may not come back because if you come back, they'll identify.
Maybe I tell you. Let me tell you, it's a lie.
When I contribute in this for the right details say you not true.
This on the
not true, so I think give you, or you see that thing so. Most of the time, most of that thing so back then, people they be picking them through traditional healing. You understand me? Now, why that way? For we, if you see picking the way they come out with food, where they start burning, they come out food, they get some particular name. You know, they fair come on now, hand or head, they get some name. So name the day, you understand? For we buying. When I see the name, say we say be picking. Say wait.
So I don't know why they the first take inside the topic. This one they say they want to say no, this is which is
now the talk that is now talk Maureen Ndi.
You see this one don't
this person talk name na buying name that. Not be buying name that.
Someone ask you something. I know you want more of a draw for the palaver talk now, so but I'm gonna ask you something because you can really understand us, but maybe a lot of people will not understand us. So that's why I'm just like at the end of the day, let's really be careful so that we don't go deep into it. But just for fun facts, Bison. Remember time you tell me about saying two different bayangi the other bayangi say that which then have the other bayangi.
I think that person made that same statement be.
I explain for you. Say, see, it's not be about which. I explain for you was about attitude. You understand? Character.
Even which I say
you understand.
That's why you don't forget.
No, I talk about character. Bangy, anybody you say bangy. You get the real bangy people, the upper bangy people, the Memphis Central people. Then you get now a Jagan people. Then now where they come off from, where they get linked with the people there from Nigeria, the Abakaliki, Ekoi people, where the tradition you want similar. You understand? You know, and even dialect the Jagan come out. Then you get the rebangy people. Then now then they talk this. Or wrong fact, all this thing. Now they rebang it, put in that now. You know, where they talk say Chememenche or all that thing. They not hear that common bang talk they know. That common bang talk there.
Yeah. Bison. Yes. I understand that now. You are mature enough to understand that these things don't happen because I personally don't believe that people die and then they are reincarnated or whatever. That
they happen.
But they put that thing inside where they talk and so true. Like even if it's out of ignorance, they put them.
Put waiting.
The collars, no be some man they say they put collars, they put for inside their coffin, birth certificate.
Well, honestly, you understand. I never really witnessed a typical burial. And that means like inside village, so where they bury some person where they need to do that kind of thing. You know, so some person get for die, then people feel say the death was mysterious. That means the person get for die mysteriously or the person dead be a mystery. Then people they start because the suspects and they feel do that kind of thing. So I never really witness that kind of thing. Say they bury. But I tell you too, some grandpapa they don't tell me. Where he tell me say that time so say that thing the way they call and say devil. Say that thief people. You understand? When he wake up at night, so he want go thief. He go dress like wait for some person if he don't die. We put the know he go one dress like that man. Go thief. Wanna see when the person that man don't wake up. He the thief 5 night successfully cut all my planty go shit down. And see, I believe for that story 100%. You understand me now? I believe for that story. Now so that part tell me. He say right saying that people when some man don't die for fish now. He will go knife go thief. Say go masquerade that. He will masquerade that man don't die. Then he go thief. Where you see, you say, I say, hey, no, that beast on that way don't die. So you see now you start running beast on no come out devil. He enter all farm then thief fine, comfortable, go pack up your ass, keep that closet. He will go. So now so that part tell me, and I believe saying that I tell you.
Yet where Angie Banda the talk or you're just gonna be buying a name too. So then no buying it, I don't know, but it also they be life for come up.
Say we'll be live or say we'll be live or die come up. Where I say see I say
you people are arguing in the comments when I be Bayangi. You can only
people they argue no be Bayangi. No be buying you.
Angie Banda will say we. He should say they the matter. He say we be like for that go this thing. No, he should say that to us.
Maybe not the other. Okay, some he say be 100% Bayangi, but maybe not the other Bayangi way. They when they talk about no.
It doesn't be some no. Sometimes be some no.
I say wait too. Ma ask some question. Person go die. No show already end because na time that see person go die. They go dig grave so put person inside box. They lock up. They put you underground. They cover the ground. Some cases they even cement the grave. Then few weeks after, you see the person, the worker, like with the physical body. That grave see they lock. You know, some person don't open the grave. The grave see they lock. How it happen? If you believe for God, how that kind thing?
I answer you.
Answer me.
You say I said the same as for beginning for sure. You don't say if you believe say charm the work no. You say no believe say something exists like that one no. Now they say for the matter too.
It's so just the fun say what if it does based on the explain of the physical say or natural circumstances. Obviously it's logical say no if grave they lock how the person don't pass come out. But not be the one who put in the inside the grave where the person now go now the thing and that go make and the person go come out for the thing supernaturally.
It's spiritual and you don't know what
you know why you know why I talk say na lie because the two just spoil and away they talk say bang you will go die, will come out, then they send me for Gabon, we'll go the wrong money for Gabon. Wait, so say no, you should say
they get for bury your ID card. If you forget your ID card, you come back and come in.
No, the truth na say for person will die for Cameroon, for you come go Gabon, go start work money. For Gabon, so they send for Cameroon. You get to exist in the physical. You know, we do that one in the spirit. You have to exist in the physical.
This what are you talking about?
You dey talk what you dey think so. Say person go die, you come out in the spirit. You go to work for Gabon. Now who spirit you? For no way the works. You don't know spirit. You work for some workplace. All my way the work for some place. You have to be in the physical.
I believe. I just say
you have to be in the physical for work. I don't money talk say you come out. You dey in the spirit. You go to work for Gabon. You go for West Union. You go type in the spirit. You feel name. You send money in the spirit.
Rita and Zip is a Bayangi name. So I but na Bayangi people in that. So they
you don't go West Union Sunday.
So they
you see some paper.
Yes, you see, at least I don't
see some people fly. Some people fly so land on top. We need to see person to control the paper. If like I land, we see some penny right. Now some guy in the spirit that send money with family.
I think Angie did tonight. Yeah, this song. Yeah, Angie did that way. You see now 100%. It's a this song. You don't hear time when the cry. That one for Gabon, not just meat. I don't really believe it. It's a better yet I spirit the cry.
Spirit the cry.
Okay.
Spirit the cry. Spirit the cry. Then when the year cry for spirit the cry. Me as I say.
Spiritual.
I say for have been see No, for our village, we get people there, they wake up for night, we go thief plants, we put that farm. Dave, we need to see that people there. He needs to see
Hey,
them.
for her, I don't understand.
No, because they say Dave put it on die, wake up now. Say they turn up for night now. They need to see them. Massa.
But that's next topic. This one,
No, you know it had to do with the traditions now.
This one, the only person that ever get this discussion, you would get lucky saying that this song. If not some different kind of person, you don't have this place. This show for don't last. Chakara.
No, me I never agree that thing exists. Not thief. Not thief.
I truly believe it's not existing because no be so Bible not talk no to say it is appointed once unto a man to die. After death comes judgment. Any story wanna explain and it exists for me. So whoever incarnate,
I believe say witchcraft the way they define them. So what are you talking about?
Well, witchcraft is different from somebody has died and come back. No, the witchcraft is different.
It's about witchcraft. It's just not about witchcraft.
It's an aspect of witchcraft which I don't believe in, but there's witchcraft, just like we talk about charm. So if person die, he don't die. For me, when man die, don't die. That is a person become a wish na lie.
I say when man don't die, he don't die. You hear me now? I don't see people
where he don't finish. He's so now.
I don't see
he's so don't come out go.
This I get mark for your face. Show me
I don't get mark for my face. I don't get mark for my face. See, I tell you.
See, I believe in spirit. Somebody is saying that no ghosts they exist. I believe in the spirit realm. In the spirit realm is real. So the spirit realm is real. It's true. But now it takes a spirit to see a spirit. You know, if you take now you human being for see spirit. So your eyes must be open. Let me say, you must not do an inside level for vision or an extraordinary something has happened to you for you to see the spirit realm. If you see spirit, that means you'll be diamond too.
This on a course speaking, no, leave that thing. This on a course speaking, you don't know the village thing.
Course speaking, now, one. I did tell you something about my village. You know how many times I don't go my village. You know how long I spend on my village. When I just put a job talk, I talk any kind of talk. Say the one, so I'm man money die wake up.
It doesn't mean.
That means it means God.
Somebody is insisting that because I never see here. And I thought let me say something. I'm insisting on the spirit realm. The spirit realm is a different realm. It's not the physical realm. Okay.
So man said,
are there spiritual things? Yes. Whether I wanna call and I say ghost or I put and I say spiritual people, what I'm trying to say is that you know, if you walk off a road, you see ghosts. If you see them, it means that there's something happening to you that time which has somehow been spiritual. And it means that you know be in tune with your physical self. It means that you are in this realm of the spirit. And it means that you're literally dead in the natural. So that's why you hear people will say, in a vision, I was in a trance, I saw this thing. If you see ghosts and no say at that point in time you be equal with that person, with that ghost. In the realm of the spirit, natural people don't live with ghosts.
As well, Bonabel.
You know,
Bonabel said that's so
it
the
takes
wash
only inside spirit realm for see spirit realm.
You know, you're not Delhi. Bonabel say.
Say spirit Say spirit
wash.
Say spirit do it.
Spirit now wash done.
Yes.
The spirit now wash done.
If you die, see, me and me say, once you die, so now God get control over all to the happen for the other side. Because if you go there, you can't you come on, you can't do it. You don't get no business here.
That's it.
You have no business here. You
that spirit they work. How you cannot be working with a spirit? You don't feel the work of spirit. If you are saying spirit, something in the spirit realm about you is wrong. Something did happen. Something is wrong.
You get 4 eyes. They never say they get 4 eyes.
You get 4. That's why we didn't talk. So you get 4 eyes because it means it's not be natural thing. Because it's not a natural realm.
Thing they don't happen with Delhi. If you be say person be die wake up now. People run there. I don't simply
some person never see spirit before. And it denies you never see spirit. At that point where you see him, something was happening with you. That's why you need to see spirit there for road. The one can know the see spirit for road. Because it is not their realm. We're there for the natural.
See, me I don't simply where person die. They never
I don't
even
think
bury
Christian
you.
beliefs out of this. This is me, my beliefs, my belief system, and it's working
They
for me. I
never
cannot
even,
be aside. What would
they
I talk
never even
about?
buried.
Your own
They never
beliefs.
even bury the person. They don't already hold the person property. They start to divide. So that means say the man they will better look their cops and just say now situation they do say if comes the wake up the man to never wake up can intervene because they
Tell me
never bury.
about
They don't already. They don't already put property, so they don't already divide that. But wait, if you be there alive, you know, forever agree.
okay, so somebody is saying we should leave this topic and keep it for another day so that we can talk about it properly.
Let me ask a question, please, because I don't know if we really want to keep ghosts to come and talk about it properly. But let me just ask this question. There was a time about 2 months ago. Some news be there all over the place. I think they be showing na CRT TV when I wish this thing be shown, where that boy picking of about 18 years, the picking die, they mortuary, neighbor see where stand for road. Like there was a video of that child standing on the opposite side of the road, where the neighbor even calling, he climb on top bike, like even looking at he climb on top bike. Like they actually had an interview. I can remember something. I don't know how many people saw it. So things like that. Sometimes when I really see things like that, I'm like, so wait till I think
Who
about
said the ghost be last go? Who said the cops be last go?
how you to ask her, because you know say the one
When I
go
just
the family, sorry, this song, the family one if you actually go mortuary where the cops know the day, different person.
That's what I'm saying. It was a physical person, not a spirit they saw. Not physical person.
Really? I said, I saw her explain story.
If the ghost be the worker, Emma, not who foresee for mortuary, then to say body
they say take Okada.
Ghost flag Okada. Ghost way they disappear, Emma.
Now, I don't know if you are even listening. According to the news, somebody is in the mortuary. This one just listen now. I mean, it's a news that was going on. So it's not as if we should laugh. That's why I'm trying to ask that. Did you people watch the news? Somebody is in the mortuary, and then the neighbor sees the person. It's a child. It was even a young child. By the time when the family, the picking mommy, they go for go moving. If big mommy, we don't come move the cops. Not as if the child is still alive. The child is still dead. That was news that was making round.
No, the one
and then never see the picking. Never see the picking and take Okada.
No, I don't say. The picking already come out mortuary since that time. Now when never be Siam. Ghost know the break Okada.
Hey, mama, let me say.
That's what you believe. I mean, I just want to talk like people are commenting here. There are some things that if we have not seen, right, the best we can do is really not to deny it completely. I'm
not deny say spirit. Yeah, what I said, Emma. I do not refuse that there's nothing like spirit realm. I'm not denying say there's nothing like spirit realm. Siam, you know if it's snap ghost. It's now ghost. Secondly, even if it be happen, if you see a ghost, let me use a mama explain about pigeon. Maybe they didn't get me. If you see ghost, at that point in time, your eyes were open to the spirit. Your physical body was not in tune with nature. You didn't know that for you are in tune with the spirit. That's why you see them at that particular time. That's why sometimes you've been for a brief period. If some person touch you at that time where you look at spirits, you see spirits that time, the person will assume you are dead because you cannot be in the natural and you are in the spiritual realm as well at the same time. Now, the logic for that way, you tell me, now say, that picking will already come out for that mortuary. They nobody communicate with more girl, with the mortician or has that they were not communicating to know the time where the cops disappear for day. So even if he don't come out, they trying to calculate the time that he left the mortuary. They don't know say if it already come out. Then some person already blow alarm, say no, be now picking that be died. They assume say it's still the mortuary. So I'm saying that, and if they be seen,
you be watch the news daily.
I did.
Okay, so in your opinion, the news and the video that was shown of that child standing is fake.
They saw the boy be come off. Who saw the boy? They don't bury the boy.
I don't know. Maybe always be watch the news the same as.
No, I don't say the boy be come off. They don't be the boy. And the tell say be come off of mortuary. No be did not be ghost. They be say na real man. They be say
real man how? So the picking
a real person. You know be na ghost.
You know die now.
Wait, you be get the story say the picking not die. That's what I want to know. You be get story say me say the picking maybe die because the child died. Now mommy put it for mortuary. So I didn't want to.
They go for them and not see because Ebi wake up.
Yes,
You know, kind of sometimes the picking up even that it collapse, na collapse. They can go put on video. They picking one ton for mortuary.
Some other sister, some other sister, the ask of question Delhi.
Now wait, is that the news you got or you're assuming? Because I'm talking about
the only explanation. Why they be find the cops, they no see them.
Wonders. It means that
because the picking we don't wake up command.
You assume. At the time news one watch and it shows them mommy the cry when
even if the mortuary be. Not me and you watch it for social media.
But you the talk say the picking command I understand you.
Now what
you say take Okada now. Anyway,
anyway, the question why I was asking is what do you explain of that? Because we shouldn't know what people are trying to say about ghosts.
Explain it.
So I will ask you, how do you explain that video?
All that's in arrangement. Forget. Anyway,
some for news now. Say person don't die, they don't go see for that side. People don't go look all the details. Even at the end of the Equinox now, some other TV channel been waiting. If you report the kind of news too. Say some person be
some sister.
I thought
some sister ask some question. Yo, Njifua Gwendi, he said, what of the ghosts them with them the marriage of them born picking? My sister go sleep. Yeah, time no go. Say ghosts go married to them born picking.
I beg you, this one end this show more. Go bring this up in.
Hi, maybe she also start crush on ghosts for the Facebook. I beg when I
talk these things, I like really laugh at the people who believe and have seen these things. It's just the same.
Believe and seen what?
It's not everything.
Believe and seen what?
It's not
ghost married born.
Listen, no, it's not everything you believe in that everybody believes. So when some people believe in something when they know say they're not experiencing. The least you can do maybe is to ask these questions. Because to me, it's like almost
excuse me.
Actually.
Excuse me, you die, they bury you. Put you for coffin, bury you, cover ground. You wake up, you go some place, you go carry the leg again. You go enter maternity.
If you know
you talk the thing based on waiting. Say something they did had say because
I never see ghosts. I don't know yet if they're ghosts. And personally, I don't believe it. But you know what? I'm not going to even struggle for make a fool out of the person where you don't see him.
We are not making a fool out of them. If you want to put those words there now, it means say you try for giving words. We are telling you the logic behind them. Say this is a possibility. I'm not denying me. I'm give this or never deny. Say ghosts no day. We did not say so. So if somebody believes in ghosts, we did not say they will not talk. We are telling you the realm at which ghosts function. It is not the physical, it's the spiritual. And for you to see it, it takes your eyes to be open in the spirit.
See, if you now see the people and they start telling you stories of they have seen it in the physical, what will you say? Will you deny it?
The people then ask them one or two questions, they not go fit continue. Some people see, it like you talk to say some people that they were when you were a child, you reasoned like a child. When you became an adult, you understood why things happen the way they happen. Remember that will be this small, but they played it and say, one name Peter, the other name Paul. When they make and so bend your finger, you will never think say the Peter will really fly away now. When your eyes will be open, you'll be discovered and say they will just bend the finger. So it's a lot of things. People are living in ignorance. They don't know and know. So when we're saying this thing, we're not arguing that there is nothing like spiritual realm, but that spiritual realm, what is happening there? That's why I said some stories will come and you automatically know this story was not properly said. This story, this person not begin a full understanding of wait if it happened. Not be at the talk so now at the talk say I can only go by my Christian perspective for talk say now so I be saying for scripture. Look, the Mount of Transfiguration with Jesus and the other disciples. Wait till it happen. You realize that it was a different realm altogether. The people for the natural, they not be the see all of that thing when it happen. But guess who was seeing it? Because at that point in time, their physical bodies will don't be transformed. It takes a spirit to see a spirit. It takes a natural person to be in tune with a natural person. If you see ghosts, at that point in time, your eyes were open in the realms of the spirit and your physical body was not there. Not be say you take your two eyes so you see ghosts, they walk off the road. That's what I'm trying to say. I not deny about the spirit realm. I did not.
And then I'm still telling you that your point, you're right, because you never see them. But me, I know argue me person to say don't see it. Remember, I know argue say no, it not be possible. You know,
no, they don't see it. They don't see ghosts. Yeah, I see if you say they get them. They saw the ghost. They see ghosts. How you do know son a ghost? You if you see how you do know son a ghost. Now I just say that time your eyes are open to the spirit to see those things, and it could be a brief moment, and then you not see them again. Why? Because you have to be in the spirit realm to see those things in the spirit realm, and it might be a revelation, it might be a vision, it might be a transition, but it is not natural at that point in time where you are. Was not the natural state. That's what I'm trying to say.
Me, I just believe, say, especially the people, our loved ones, the one they would all lost, people they don't lost very close people to them. Those people, that moment when they die, you really miss them. You know, you always get your subconscious mind go always put you in a state like you're spending time with them. You always get their vision in front of you. Their ghosts are. Man go die so the bury man who say ghost carry belle go marry a bomb.
Bishop, and the CK say there are some things, don't just laugh about it, because you don't want to say you don't believe in charms. And to think that charm actually exists, to say the charm people that you don't believe in. How would you believe in a ghost where you don't believe in charms?
Anyway, you know me, if I say me, I'll be very physical man anyway. That's
exactly. So you're not going to cancel
I'm a very physical person.
Experiences because you are a physical man. I mean,
anyway, the truth, just as my own reasoning. Some people they used to just listen to me, so they just laugh. So they might think your own. So now, since the other person seems to be funny me, you understand? It's not like I'm making fool of them, but it's just funny me.
It's really like making a fool of their points, because
making a fool of their point. Now, no, me I read the point where. Now me I read that now. It's okay. What you mean by making a fool of their point?
Okay.
It's funny for me. I don't believe in ghosts, but if you also believe in ghosts, fine. But funny. When I hear say ghosts come up, he die for Cameroon. You wake up, come out, we go start work money for Gabon. You send them back for Cameroon. No, that's a funny story that.
This will be a show go.
No, that's some comedy.
This custom and tradition for a different day altogether, because it's too big to discuss on a particular day like this. Because we've talked about a lot of things. In my opinion,
anyway, that's true. Really, we've talked on a lot of things, and it's today is one of its kind that we've been like. We had like 100 and something views by my own computer here. And then even when we came to the end of the show, we were still above 100, you know. Previously, when people says that we're coming to the end of the show, by this time, we have like 20 or 30 people watching. But now we still have 100 plus, even though. So people still want to stay here till the last click of say show don't close. Well, dear followers of Delhi's matchup, I hail Una. I thank Una plenty. I want to thank you for your loyalty, for always being there. We are here because you are there. Last week, I will not even talk about last week. Say the juice that I received last week. Masa, I know so una be the cam, una be the hope so no CC pastor again. Usai. I don't give pastor. I don't give pastor ultimatum. He's not coming here. Pastor, don't just move man for game like that. You know, Muna here we too small. Well, thank you, Delhi. Thank you, Emma. Do you guys have something to say? Now round up at 1 minute, 1 second. If no one talk anything. Emma, start now.
Sorry, I was concentrating on the comments. Some person said, Mr. Ibu says, see woman is search for something.
You even watch a lot of movies.
So person tell me, Mr. Ibu say, I did tell you, Mr. Ibu says, see woman, the woman will not die, the search for something. Guys, I mean, it was nice having you around this week. See you next week. I mean, today's show was just supposed to be some topic-less show. Pick from one. Now I don't say, or can pin this on the talk about Bayangi. So, like I rightly said, not just because I'm busy, will not say for pinch this on go well, because it will not work with everybody. To go and be pinching somebody's village like that, And personally, honestly, I really want to just apologize to all the Bayangians that it wasn't meant for bad. We're just trying to really teach the song like we'll teach him even backstage or front stage, and we teach each other like that. So nothing personal, and hoping to see you guys next week. Same time, same place, same everything. Thank you, Biso.
Thank you. Deli, what about you? You not get anything with me?
I just want to say, I mean, it's been a great time. I came on here really tired and worn out like that. Now the grace of God give me strength for come on here today, because I mean I have had a really hectic week, but I mean we had fun. I really had fun, and I'm happy to always. I'm looking forward to doing this every Friday, because I mean that's a time where I get to really flex with you people. So yeah, no, there was no pun intended. Okay, we're all saying what our own perspectives about things. So again, we always say you must not. We're not saying these things at gunpoint. So understand that you have your perspective, we have ours. You have your mindset, we have ours. You have your belief system, we have ours. But in as much as we have room for everybody to express themselves, I still will always hold on to my own Christian values, and I always say that just so we know. So I can take your stuff as long as it matches with my Christian values. But if it's going overboard, unfortunately, we can always disagree to agree, okay, or agree to disagree, but make not be disagreeable. So let's just get it like that. So that's why, to me, some things I would say and I bust laugh, because it is that's as far as it gets. That's it. It is nothing. It's nothing. So nobody should. Prince is saying one use Kayamata on my head. Kayamata no work.
I beg,
If any man will get anti Kayamata, me tell me, ma use and go bring back our brother Denzel.
I want back to sender. If they you, I beg, help me they back.
When I say Emma back to sender, the back to sender version.
I need that back
I don't
to
know
sender.
my own that way they be houses and jeep where they give motor and jeep. When I say
I want anti Kayamata, I want son of my brother Denzel. Whether he will come, he will be available next week.
Hey guys, we had fun. Thank you so much. We miss Denzel. Denzel will be next week. Don't bother. I don't say Denzel fan club missy.
He has been Kayamatized.
Denzel has been Kayamata. I bet be some end show, massa. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Oh boy. God, I'm trying to get
remove me from this thing.